Hey everybody, Ott DeFoe here, Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour professional angler. Now I want to talk to you about summertime river fishing and different types of structure and cover that you need to be sure to be looking out for when you're out there on the water. The biggest question to ask yourself when you're looking at any of these type of things, you know, if you're looking at a piece of wood cover, you're looking at a big set of shoals, you're looking at some grass, you're looking at any type of element in the river that could potentially hold a bass. This, in my opinion, is the first question you should ask yourself. All right, so the question I want you to ask yourself is how tall is a bass? Literally, vertically, how tall is a bass? Because we're gonna say he's a big one, okay? And he is that tall. If there is something in front of that fish towards the camera, current's coming this way. If there's something in front of that fish that is this tall or an inch or two taller, this bass can then sit down behind that piece of cover, that piece of structure, whatever it is, or that's the shape of the bottom, it's a tree stump, any of those things. That fish can then sit down below that. That current is going to be going over his head, and he can hide kind of down underneath that, and then he's watching everything that's going on up above him, and he can come right up and eat something, come right up and eat something. That's what a fish in the summertime in the river system does. They will just find any kind of little nook, anything they can get behind. They're gonna hide down in that stuff. And it's cool when you're out there fishing and the water's clear enough that you can actually see those fish doing that. And to watch a fish in its natural environment, just, you know, and man, they'll barely be wiggling their tail. They're just kind of holding position. It's really not that hard for them once they've dropped down below, you know, some type of piece of cover or structure to stay, you know, hidden behind it out of that current. So ask yourself that question when you're looking at places out there on the river. Man, does this have the potential to hold fish? All it takes is something, you know, this tall in front of it to be blocking the current just a little bit, and then it's going to be making enough of an eddy for those fish to hold, you know, to hold in. So then you'll see it, and we've done it before, where I've been out in the middle of a river system where it's flowing extremely hard, for where you can't even think about holding yourself on a 36-volt trolling motor, and you're just kind of fan casting, okay? You're making, you know, casts across the river, and there's just these little subtle places that you're just hoping to hit something out there. There's truly all that you're doing, and just ever so often you're catching one as you're drifting down the river with the current, just making those fan casts. So the next time you're out there on the river, man, be thinking about the way that water's flowing across any structure or cover elements that are down there in that river. And just having that mindset is going to make you a better river fisherman.